Good afternoon, deeply intuitive women. Trisha Condo here from Deeply Intuitive Unleash Your Gifts and Connect Your Guides program. It's actually it was a one-to-one program that Heather was in. And I'm here today with Heather Midler. So tell me about yourself, Heather.
Well, I'm an intuitive as well. I have a lot of healing abilities, which Trisha has helped point out and help me hone in on. I'm also an end-of-life doula and a caregiver for the elderly. I guess I'm a single mom of, well, I was two girls. Now, having lost one, I just have the one. And she's intuitive as well.
Nice.
Yeah. She's more on the mediumship side, which I have a little bit of that as well, but haven't quite tweaked it yet. Yeah, so just starting to embrace my new journey and fell upon Trish, and yeah, here I am.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. So I'm going to ask you another question. So tell me about your gifts. You pretty much answered them, and your connection to guides. How has, let me say, let's reword this today because I think it's Pisces moon that's really messing me up. But anyways, tell me about how my program, connecting, unleash your gifts and connecting to your guides has really transformed you since you joined the program.
Well, before I met you, I was experiencing a lot of different things, and I guess you helped me recognize what those things were, just like meeting my guides and describing them and getting to know whether they're male, female. So distinguishing the two of them that were pretty much always around. And I could tell when I was going through something because they would kind of chime in, and I just didn't know what that chiming was all about. So you helped me distinguish that. And so now it's that much easier, like knowing that, oh, maybe I should stop and think about what just happened, because obviously they're trying to get my attention and want me to pay attention to something that's going on. So that was pretty awesome. And then trusting that my intuition was correct, that there was, someone on the left side and someone on the right side.
Yes.
And I wasn't just imagining things. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, and learning that my voice is one of my healing tools, that me communicating with others actually sends out healing energy. So that was kind of neat to find out. I did sense that I have a calming and like almost a reassuring presence about me, and explained why people would fall asleep in my presence, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I've noticed that in the beginning we were talking. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, so that kind of helped me to think, I'm not as boring as I think I am. It's just that they needed my healing energy, and that's what, the best way to receive it is through sleep or relaxation. So that was kind of cool to recognize.
That is so cool that you shared that. So another question is, did you have any doubts before joining the program? Like, can you tell me where your vibration was, your mindset was in the beginning?
Well, when I came across your video, I actually was very drawn to you. It was almost like we had similar journeys. It's like, ooh, I like her. I want to know more about her. So when we did a discovery call, then I knew it was a good fit,
Yeah.
that we had a mission together.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Exactly. So did you have any doubts?
Not really, no. I just would have loved to have delved in deeper and, discovered more things. And
Mm-hmm.
but I guess for now, that's where our journey, subsides, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it may continue, further down the road, but
Mm-hmm.
I got the tools and I guess the confidence that I needed to
Yes.
move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so to watch your confidence and the change was really amazing to see that. To go from, where you were before, which was you didn't have much confidence in yourself,
Yeah.
and to really change. I noticed that. And it's totally different from what you had like 3 months ago. And your past self was really quiet, and you're like, I can't do that. And I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You're really quiet and you're really shut in, and you're like having people really walk all over you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hmm. And I said, hmm, that's where I felt like your vibration was. And now it's like totally different. Like you're totally
Hmm.
different.
Yeah. I don't put up with a lot now.
No, no, you're like, no,
And I call
no.
people out on it right away,
Good,
which I
good.
wouldn't have done before. So yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So I'm going to ask you another question. What is your favorite part of the program?
When we got to interact with our spirit guides and through cards and stuff,
Yeah.
I found the connection was pretty amazing. And then just having that reassurance too, because I don't have a lot of people to use as a soundboard.
Yeah.
So for me, that was great to have you
Yeah.
um, and the wolf. I can't remember. Is
Yes,
it?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. The wolf
Yes.
cards you got, I was like so impressed with that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you were wearing a wolf shirt too, right?
Right now, no.
No,
It's a
no, no.
car
Before you were wearing a
before.
wolf. Yes. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. That is so cool that you shared that with me. Um, so, can you tell me about what positive changes happened during the program? What did you call in?
My ability to manifest,
Mm-hmm.
and to actually recognize what it is that I want and
Yes,
don't want in my life.
yes,
Because prior to that, I would just, I was almost like a chameleon where I would just adapt to my environment.
yep,
Whereas in the last 3 months, I've been through several little mini journeys, and they've been amazing, um, and are tools in my tool bucket now. Um, but just to recognize that if you ask for what you want, you shall receive,
exactly.
and it can be that easy.
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be. Yeah,
And
that's so,
I've learned that I do have an innate ability to manifest quickly.
you do. I had said that before, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't. And I'm like, yes, you do.
Yeah.
So, what kind of internal changes did you have to make to unleash your gifts and connect to your guides?
Just to let go of my insecurities and mostly what other people think of me.
Yes. Yeah.
Because in hindsight, that's what I've done my whole life is I've been really insecure, and I really get upset if somebody doesn't like what I'm doing,
Yeah.
um, or they have to make themselves look good by downsizing me. But now I just say, well, if that's what you got to do to get through the day, then so be it. But it's not gonna, you know, ruin my parade, because
Exactly.
yeah, I've got a bigger mission to
Yes.
accomplish. So,
Yes. So do you find you have more confidence? Yeah,
Absolutely.
because of working with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a 360.
Yeah.
Three.
And I ask for what I want now, and it's funny, it's almost like, okay. And I'm like, okay. That was easy.
Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I find that
So,
it doesn't affect me. Like normally, if I'm asking something that I want to receive,
yeah,
I would normally get, like, oh, I shouldn't be asking this, but it just came with such ease and flow now that
yeah,
it's like, if she says no, she says no. If she doesn't, the example I'm using is I rented a place
yes,
and the price was too high.
yeah,
And I said, well, if I do your yard care and snow removal, will you decrease the rate? And she said, what were you thinking? And I said the number that I was thinking,
yeah.
and she said, deal, like that. So
Oh, I
it
love
was
that.
like instant.
Yes.
And normally I would be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say it, maybe I should say it, but this time I just said it with conviction and confidence, and it was a done deal,
Right on.
just
And I want to,
instant.
yeah, I want to, sorry to interrupt you.
Yep.
So the other thing is you were scared to be on camera. Did you remember that?
Yeah, for the longest time I was afraid to be on camera.
You were
I'm
terrified.
getting used to it when I met you, but I still was uncomfortable, especially the thought of being in an interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, she's gonna be on. I just kept seeing you on with me. And I was
Yeah.
just like, and I kept
Yeah.
trying and I kept trying. I'm like, she's gonna get on, I know it.
Yeah.
So what kind of psychic gifts did you discover working with me and which guides do you have now?
Um, well, learning that my voice was a healing tool.
Yeah.
I used to think it was my hands, but the more time we spent together, I found that it was my voice,
Yep.
and everybody would always say that too. Oh, you have such a sweet, soft voice, and
Yeah.
there's just something about it, right?
Mhm.
And for my guides, I know I have at least two,
Yes.
and I described them both to you
Yes.
almost to a T.
Yes.
And then, except for one, I hesitated on one part, but I was told by a friend that he had sideburns, so that could be why I thought his hair was longer than it
Mhm.
was, because I'd just seen hair to
Yeah.
hair.
Right.
So, but yeah, that, like, meeting them, I'd eventually like to learn their names and
Yeah.
see if there's any more. But for now, I know that those two are pretty much always with me. Yeah.
Right. And the
Mhm.
other gift you're not mentioning is you're really good at reading people.
Oh yeah, my BS detector.
Yes, you are good at reading people.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
remember talking to you, and I was like, you're really good at reading people. And
yeah.
you were like, yes, I am. And so we developed that a little bit.
Mhm.
And so the next question is, how does a person connect with you? How does, when you connect with somebody, do you notice something different than before?
Yes, I noticed that some of their, I guess, insecurities or like their um,
Mhm. Oh,
inhibitions or setbacks.
sorry. Somebody tried to contact me and
Join
I
it.
went somewhere
Oh,
else. Just give me a second. I'm going to find you. Hold on. This is so embarrassing. I should
okay.
have put my phone on and I'm trying to find you.
That's okay. I didn't see anything, so.
No, it put me somewhere else and I'm looking for the Zoom room and I can't seem to find it. But anyways, I'll still go. Um, so what advice would you give to someone who is considering joining my deeply intuitive program, my mastermind? Because you are a part of my mastermind. What would
Yeah,
you, what
until I
advice?
started working, and then it kind of interfered.
Yeah.
The timing.
So what
Yeah.
advice would you say to someone who's considering or on the fence? What would you say to them?
I would say that it was definitely worth the investment, because investing in yourself is probably the greatest tool you could have in your toolbox, because you are your greatest asset.
Yeah.
And regardless the price, it's worth the time and the investment, because it helps uncover things that you may not know are hindering you from moving forward. Because I know had a few blocks that I really needed to overcome, and that was insecurity and confidence.
Yeah.
And now it's not an issue.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
it takes someone else to see that, and you were great at that. Like, you and Gray Wolf were able to uncover little things that were holding me back, and then that way it
Yeah.
may not have felt comfortable at the time,
Yes.
but it in hindsight you sit back and you think about it and you're like, oh, okay, well then let's work on that. And
Yeah.
then by the following week it was like a whole change again.
Yes. Yes. I did say something were uncomfortable to you, and you're like, I don't know. And
Well,
then you
there was
say,
something that triggered me.
yeah.
You kept saying, why are you resisting? Why are you resisting? And I'm like, I'm not. But you are. No, not.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, I am.
But
And
once I sat with it, and then the
yes,
following week it was like, yeah, I admitted to it, and it's like, yeah, I need to let that go.
yeah,
And then, yeah. So
yeah,
having someone to be able to see that, the parts that you can't see, to help,
yeah. It is.
refocus you, is a great asset.
It totally is. It totally is. Thank you so much, Heather, for being
You're
here. That
welcome.
recommendation, I really appreciate it. I'm super proud of your growth,
Thank you.
and that you trusted me to lean in to unleash your gifts and connect your guides. You know, this woman who gradually accepted her gifts to really connect to her guides. And this, totally different woman. Totally, totally. And I love that you
See more of
implement.
me.
Yes, you implemented everything. You resisted some things. And I had
Mhm.
said in the beginning, you're going to resist. Oh, no, no, I'm an action taker. But you did implement. And I knew that about you. You're an action taker. And Heather, you're on your way. You are. You know what you're meant to do. You know your passion and you know your soul's purpose. And thank you for being here. I appreciate your time, your energy, for the deeply intuitive women who are watching this case study, for this, interview. If you're a beginner intuitive or slightly advanced one and struggling to find the balance, hiding out in the spiritual closet, reach out to me. Reach out to me. There's going to be a link down here. So if this case study really intrigues you and you want to know more about this program, I do have a mastermind. I invite you to book a free breakthrough call. And if we're a good fit, I'll definitely invite you to work with me. So thank you very much, Heather. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Trish.
Thanks.